Having an own house is the ultimate dream of every Filipino family. Although the reality most of the time is that those who plan to purchase a house do not have the cash ready to pay for it. Saving for your first home purchase may take a couple of years, and by the time that you are ready for it, the property you've been eyeing will have probably already been sold. Or the value of your money saved can no longer purchase the quality of house you've always wanted. So, when you've thought it through and finally decided, don't be afraid to buy a house. Here are 3 reasons why.
First, don't be afraid to buy a house if you think you're paying more for what the house is worth. Kadalasan, first-time investor rarely take into account the other benefits that comes from buying a good home. These may include the location of the property, the community and its amenities, and most of all, the value appreciation. Once you realize their worth, it will be easier to make a decision. Yung isang million mong bahay, worth it yan?
Second, don't be afraid to buy a house if you're afraid of losing job and your ability to make payments. Married couples may need to consider the possibility of one spouse losing a job. So, madalas, this instance comes unexpectedly. If you're thinking kung paano kayo makakapu, just make sure you have an emergency fund to protect you in such scenarios. This means having enough money in your savings account to cover up the 6 months of loan payments. Also, meron ka din dapat na option to assign a co-borrower for extra assurance. Siyempre, make sure to choose a co-borrower na maaasahan at mapagkakatiwalaan mo.
Lastly, don't be afraid to buy a house even though you think the loan payment is too large. Actually, it's just a matter of reviewing your monthly income and your monthly expenses. By doing that po kasi, dun mo mafa-find out doon mo marirealize na kaya mo palang kumuha ng bahay, that you can actually afford to get a home. And today, isi-share po namin sa inyo yung iba't ibang housing loan partners that can actually help you achieve your dream home. Basta lagi pong tatandaan, don't be afraid to buy a house.
Pangarap ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino ang magkaroon ng sariling bahay, pero ilan lang ang may capacity para makapagbayad in full ng unit. The good news is, hindi mo na kailangan maglabas ng malaking pera para makuha ang pinapangarap mong bahay. Ngayon, pwede ka nang mag-apply for housing loan and pay in installments. Ano nga ba ang housing loan? In layman's term, a housing loan is simply borrowing money with interest for a specific period of time to purchase a house. Dito sa Pilipinas, housing loan is available through list of banks, developer, Pag-ibig Fund, at SSS. The Social Security System or SSS housing loan is not as common as other housing loan partners, but it carries many benefits, including housing loans particularly designed for socialized and low-cost housing. Para maging eligible to apply for SSS housing loan, member must have at least 36 months of premium contribution and 24 months continuous contribution in a period prior to the application. Members must not be more than 60 years old at the time of application and must be insurable and was not previously granted as SSS housing loan or final SSS benefits. SSS has 4 housing programs. Each type of housing loan caters to a specific needs and has different application process. Pero kung interesado ka sa pagbili ng bahay, mag-focus ka lang sa first 2. Direct Housing Loan Facility for Workers Organization members, which caters to the people in the private sector, and Direct Housing Loan Facility to the overseas Filipino workers. So both loan ay maximum loanable amount ay 2 million pesos. Ang loan repayment term ay pwedeng bayaran in multiples of 5 years with a maximum repayment term of 15 years for overseas Filipino workers and 30 years for those working in the private sectors. Interest rate with SSS housing loan vary between 8% to 11% per annum.
Ang Home Development Mutual Fund or Pag-ibig Financing is developed to provide affordable housing loan para sa mga Pilipino. With Pag-ibig Financing, mas madali na para sa mga Pilipinong low income and minimum wage earners na magkaroon ng sarili nilang bahay at lupa. To be eligible para makapag-apply ng Pag-ibig Housing Loan, a member must be an active contributor for 24 months, not more than 65 years old at the date of loan application, and not more than 70 years old at loan maturity. Kailangan din yung ating member ay pasado sa background check, credit and employment investigation ng Pag-ibig at walang Pag-ibig Housing Loan na na-foreclosed, cancelled, or bought back. Meron tayong dalawang types of financing under Pag-ibig. Number 1 is the Affordable Housing Loan Program and number 2 is the Regular Housing Loan Program. Ang Affordable Housing Credit type ay available sa mga Pilipino na may income na hindi lalagpas sa 15,000 para sa mga nagtatrabaho sa Manila and 12,000 naman para sa mga nagtatrabaho sa regions, with the loan amount of up to the socialized housing loan ceiling and with 3% annual interest for the first 5 years. Para naman sa mga Pilipino na may income of up to 70,500 pesos para sa mga nagwo-work sa Manila and 14,000 dito sa mga probinsya, they can borrow up to 750,000 pesos with 6.5% annual interest for the first 10 years ng kanilang loan. Ang maximum amount of loan na pwede mong hiramin as a Pag-ibig member is up to 6 million. Pero hindi po ibig sabihin nito ay ma-approve ka sa any amount na i-request mo sa kanila below that limit. Ang Pag-ibig Housing Loan po kasi ay may mga terms and condition. Ibig sabihin, nakadepende yung amount ng ilo-loan mo sa tatlong factors na sasabihin ko. Una is the member's actual need. Pangalawa, the loan entitlement based on the capacity to pay. And pangatlo is the loan to appraisal value ratio. Sa Pag-ibig Financing, pwede mong bayaran yung loan mo hanggang 30 years.
In-house financing is a type of home financing wherein a home buyer takes out a loan directly from the real estate developer to acquire a house and lot. Isa sa kagandahan ng in-house financing ay hindi mo na kailangan humanap pa ng iba kasi ang developer na ay nandyan at ready na para i-provide ang loan mo. Walang third wheel na involved sa contract dahil sa property developer ka, directly magbabayad ng monthly amortization mo. Ang in-house financing din ay less stringent sa requirements at sa approval process. Kasi kahit less than ideal ang credit history mo, hindi mo na kailangan mag-alala about getting your loan approved and you can still make your dream real estate investment a reality. The downside of in-house financing is that you're paying for higher interest rate. Sa Lessandra, for 5 years, ang interest rate mo ay 12%, for 10 years, 14%, and for 15 years, is 16%. Interest rates are fixed and are not subject to economic volatility. This is because the developer is shouldering the risk of the possibility that the home buyer will not completely pay off the agreed total contract price of the home.
Borrowing money from banks is one of the most popular home loans among Filipinos. Bank financing offers lower interest rate and more flexible than other financing companies. Each bank requires a down payment at the start of the loan. The amount is typically 20% of the appraised value or the total contract price of the house. Once that down payment has been settled, the remaining 80% will be paid on a monthly basis with interest added. Loans can be repaid in as short as 1 year or max of 20 years. Para ma-qualify ang home buyer for bank financing, buyers must be employed or a business with necessary documents. Buyers must not be more than 65 years old at loan maturity. At ang monthly payments niya for the loan should not exceed 30% of the home buyer's monthly household income. Ang maximum term na pwedeng i-offer ni bank for OFW is 2 years and for locally employed clients is 20 years.
Loans serve as an essential part of our economy. Hindi naman lahat ng tao may sufficient na money to purchase a house, diba? Think of a housing loan as a bridge between your future income and the money you need to live.
Hello mga kaangat! Ngayong alam nyo na ang mga possible housing loan partners, we will give you 5 reasons kung bakit mas maganda ang bank financing.
Advantage number 1, flexible loan amount. Bank financing can go as high as 90% of the total contract price. Malaking advantage ito lalo na sa mga higher packages versus pag-ibig financing na may ceiling of 6 million on loan amount. The maximum loan depends on numerous factors such as capacity to pay, appraised value of the property, and proposed collaterals, at marami pang iba. Sa bangko, di sila nagbibigay ng amount ceiling as long as you are not a risky borrower based sa assessment ng iyong financial documents. Pwede ka pang magkaroon ng multiple properties as long as kaya mo at pasok sa income mo. Advantage number 2, longer fixing term on interest rate. Sa bank financing, pwede silang mag-offer ng 1, 3, 5, minsan 10 years fixing terms for as low as 5.5% on the first year. Higit na mas mababa compare sa ibang financing institution. Ito ay magbibigay sa iyo ng peace of mind dahil hindi maapektuhan ang iyong interest ng fluctuation sa ekonomiya dulot ng war, global crisis at pandemic at marami pang iba. Mas mababang interest equals mas mababang amortization. Di mo na kailangang maglabas ng malaking pera kaya mataas ang chance na makaipon ka at pwede mong gamitin ito for improvement or for investment portfolios.
Advantage number 3. Title transfer to buyer's name is not required for loan release. Sa ibang financing, ang transfer certificate of title or TCT ay required may transfer sa buyer's name bago mai-loan release. Alam mo ba, sa bank financing, allowed sila mag-loan release kahit ang process pa lang ng title. Di ba mas convenient? Idagdag mo pa na after loan approval or loan release ang title mo, ay pwede ka nang lumipat sa bagong tahanan. No need to worry and hassle na din sa pag-aantay. Lalo inaabot ng 6 to 10 months ang pag-transfer pa lang sa title.
Advantage number 4, fewer documents required. Here's the good thing about bank financing. Walang membership, walang contributions, and hindi kailangan meron kang existing savings account doon sa bank na papasukan mo. Basta Filipino ka and pasok sa income bracket yung salary mo, pwede kang maka-avail sa kanila ng housing loan. Isa pa, ang mga banks kasi, ang nire-require lang nila ay basic income documents and basic developer documents, unlike sa ibang mga financing institution na kailangan complete set of technical documents and kailangan may mga appraisal value bago ma-approve and ma-release ang inyong loan. Advantage number 5, faster processing time. Sa bank financing po kasi, hindi mo kailangan maghintay ng 3 weeks hanggang 1 buwan para lang ma-approve yung loan mo. Basta kompleto documents mo, within 7 days, i-approve ka nila. And since napakabilis lang ng approval, mas mabilis ang loan release. Kasi 3 to 5 days, pwede na nilang i-release yung inyong loan. Basta make sure nyo po, complete documents para smooth ang transaction. So that's advantage number 5.
So ayan, alam ko na mas lalo nyo nang naintindihan kung bakit mas maganda ang bank financing. Una, flexible loan amount. Pangalawa, longer fixing term on interest rate. Pangatlo, title transfer to buyer's name is not required for loan release. Pang-apat, fewer documentation required. Pang-lima, faster processing time. Yun mga kaangat, so always remember that